Indiana, located at the crossroads of America, and basketball is its heart and soul, often identified by the beat of a bouncing ball. From a young age, this is the game of choice for so many. And their hoop dreams often lead them to one of 4 great universities here in the Hoosier State. 4 teams from the state of Indiana ready to converge on the hardwood. This is the Crossroads Classic.
The sounds of college basketball on CBS, and now the sights brings us to Indianapolis and the Crossroads Classic. A doubleheader that starts off with the ACC and the Big Ten as Purdue will take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in Game 1. Bankers Life Fieldhouse, normally the home of the Pacers, who are on a 6-game winning streak. But today, it's college basketball. Welcome, everybody. Brad Nussler along with Bill Raftery. Jamie Erdahl will join us in a couple of minutes. If you live in the state of Indiana, Raft, and you're not into hoops, you might want to relocate. And today we got 2 pretty good basketball games.
It's all about the rivalry. It's certainly a statement game. This early in the year, you're thinking NCAA, so a quality win certainly wouldn't hurt.
Well, in Game 1, we've got not only one of the best players in the Big Ten, but one of the best players in the country in Carson Edwards.
A phenomenal performer. No question about his ability in the open floor. And, of course, Notre Dame's one of those teams that wants to get old fast. He may age them with his ability. Extraordinary off the dribble. I don't know too many kids who can gather their feet as quickly, be as explosive, able to finish at the rim with quality shots and consistency. This kid's got a big-time heart.
Well, as we think about the Notre Dame team, and you just talked to Mike Ray about 15 minutes ago, they started off 6-1, playing mostly at home. They lost a heartbreaker a week ago on a final shot to UCLA, and they're trying to find themselves a little bit.
Well, they're young, and I don't think they'll be disappointed when they find themselves. They're looking to get better shots. That may be low post stuff. It might be more dribble drive. He is searching, and they are searching.
Well, to start things off with AT&T Fast Analysis, they go to the guy that's leading the ACC in double-doubles.
Well, this is fast because that's what he has, that ability around the rim. Mooney can go in and out. This is what makes him such a tough matchup for the 5-man. On the other end, the speed, the ability to use that rim to protect, just extraordinary sense of balance. Also, unbelievable using rubs and getting himself free. Look at these puppies get organized. It's like you on the dance floor, Brad. Bang, little nylon, but a little guy.
We're just about ready for Purdue to boiler up and the Irish to fight. Game 1, Purdue, Notre Dame. We'll tip it off when we come back.
CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Buick, proud partner of the NCAA. America's Navy. Sailors aren't born, they're forged. And by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. Let's let Mellencamp bring us through the state of Indiana to central Indiana. And these 4 schools set for the Crossroads Classic here in Indianapolis. Love that song, right?
I sure do.
Matt Painter, his 14th year as the head coach of the Boilermakers. And here's his starting lineup. We talked about Edwards, Klein, Eastern 3-guard lineup with Eifert and Harms up front. On the other side for the Irish, Kluger, Hub, and Harvey, Gibbs, and Mooney, who we talked about for Mike Ray in his 19th year as the head man of the Fighting Irish. 44th meeting between these 2 schools, and right now Notre Dame has a 1-game advantage over that stretch.
Might look for a lot of changing defenses by Notre Dame to offset the ability to make threes on the perimeter by Purdue.
Larry Weimer, Mike Eads, Brian Dorsey, our officials. Mooney and Harms to jump, and we are underway.
And Brad Nussler right now, the Fighting Irish go.
There it is.
We are off and running.
Nice ball movement out on top. Trying double. Got it down wide open as Harms off the window.
He was in harm's way, as they say, but they do a nice job slipping. They want to identify him, get him involved a little bit more on dives to the rim.
T.J. Gibbs at the point.
I think we'll see a little more dribble drive by particularly Hub and Gibbs getting involved.
Pfluger double, trying to get it back out on top and having to save it at midcourt is Mooney. 5 on the shot clock. Pfluger's going to have to drive, kick out. Are they going to get it away? Just in time. It's off the side of the backboard. Would have been a shot clock violation, but back comes Purdue.
He's been very good off the bounce and at the rim.
And trying to leave it on the baseline. Almost threw it away.
A really good understanding of where to go and face the ball properly. A little overhelp, no weak side attention. Saw them working on that yesterday.
Edwards off the inbound. Buries the 3.
You won't be saying that frequently.
Probably. 5-0 start for Purdue.
He's just got great balance. That's what's impressive about him. And you being a football guy as well, love his wheels, right?
I sure do. Built like a running back. He said I get that all the time. Harvey on the outside scores first for the Irish.
You can drive it hard to complement that pull-up game.
Miguel Eastern on top.
Hopefully they still the 2 guys, the glue guys for these teams. They'll do anything to help the cause.
You know Notre Dame's going to run as many things as they can at Edwards defensively.
There'll be some switching. You'll see some zone.
3 on the way, short. Rebound off to Gibbs.
Now, Gibbs is a kid I think really could help this club as they progress this year. Trending up, according to Mike Brady, doing a lot better thing. Nice cut.
Notre Dame turns it over. Arms lost the handle, gives it right back.
Oh, not a good pass, though. The big guy running down to get him close to run a screen.
Pfluger with Klein chasing, goes all the way around to kick it out to Hub. Harvey fouled en route. Well, if you're looking for sports network without yelling and hot takes, try CBS Sports HQ 24/7 network, committed to making you a smarter fan. There's news, stats, highlights, picks, and fantasy advice always on, always free. Watch on the CBS Sports app right now.
I think Hub's going to get some looks with all these dribble drives. He can stretch the D as well.
Nice drive to the hoop by Mooney.
Well, he can do a lot of things, can he?
Yeah.
A nice mix to his game. Can drag a big guy out, make the deep shot, put it on the deck, get to the rim.
We mentioned on the open, 5 double-doubles already through 9 games this season.
We did a few of those ourselves last time. Helping a hold here. Mooney, the Fighting Irish. And you got to get out because you can make that 3. You just see Arms on a faulty closeout. Nice soft feathery delivery at the rim.
So Harms comes out. Boudreau comes in for Purdue.
Intellectually, you and Boudreau
very close.
Equals very close, you know.
Bordering on genius.
Dartmouth grad and now graduate school at Purdue.
Edwards going straight up. 3. That's his second one in 2 attempts.
Well, you gotta love him. He is a gamer, isn't he?
Hey.
Really tough to fight over top of screens, and even on a closeout, his feet get organized quickly. Nice defense. Great defense. The discard by Hub. I just love the way he uses screens. Look at this. Circle. The effort to get free.
Never stops.
Always active. Hit and follow. You sort of get caught up. Don't go under. A little nylon by the little guy.
41 threes on the year already. And here, game 11 of the season for them.
They love him off the ball, too.
Eastern back pedals.
He's going to drive. He loves that penetration. It's tough, Purdue. He's a great defender. If he could ever work on that stroke.
Eastern averaging about 5.5 a game with a nice move in the paint to give Purdue their biggest lead.
See how he can mix his game up now? He's got a mismatch. He takes Boudreau into the post.
Gibbs wide open, and he nails the three.
Well, that's a good feeling. Looks like we're going to switch it a little bit.
With a 28% three-point shooter, that's got to feel good for Gibbs knocking down that first one.
And here's the first of many switches into the 2-3 zone. Little high-low action here. Nice kick.
Three off the mark. And a rebound off to Pfluger. Pfluger ahead. Nice pass.
Woo. How about that? The sprint out. Easy for Harvey, but great read.
So back-to-back hoops. Cuts the lead to one.
This will slow down. I think Mike recognizes they just can't keep up with Edwards.
They're going to keep bombing away. That one climbs off the side of the iron. Notre Dame found themselves in a 6-point hole. And then T.J. Gibbs with his 17th three-pointer of the year. And then the run out to Harvey. We got a 1-point game in Indy. Purdue by 1 as we check in with the third and best member of our team, Jamie Erdahl.
Oh, thank you, Brad. Notre Dame, for them, it's been about 6 weeks since their season opened, and they've needed all that time to get used to the new faces on their team. But they've also needed that time to get used to a face that they don't have anymore. Elijah Burns, senior captain, decided it was best for him to leave the program, graduate, and transfer from Notre Dame. That left a vacancy in leadership from them. This week, John Mooney, the junior, was named captain. Mike Bray checked with the existing senior captains, Rex Pfluger and T.J. Gibbs, to make sure Mooney was the best pick. It was a resounding yes. Bray told me John Mooney is actually the emotional steady Eddie for this team.
And he sure has been, especially as a rebounder, almost 10 a game, which is tops in the ACC here early in the season. Notre Dame looking for the lead on a three. T.J. Gibbs.
Boy, that changes the outlook. He's shooting around 28% from deep. He can do better.
So Purdue goes from the 6-point lead to down 2.
Yeah, they really moved the ball, don't they? Side to side.
Boudreau's going to fade away. Got it.
He'll be doing that till he's 90. I mean, you can just see him playing in the Tavern League. Knowledgeable player. Great feel for the game.
First tie of the game. Pfluger, nice
pass.
Look inside of her.
A nice dive, and you can see the help. Sort of stretched out the ball screen, and nobody attentive in the back.
Juwan Durham gives him a presence inside at 6'11". And just checked into the lineup, and he's already in the scorebook.
And Mike feeling they need him to do some damage. Only 12 minutes a game. You need more from him.
Edwards gave up the three, worked for a shorter jumper on the baseline. Boudreau, offensive rebound, and score it. And
he is very good at that. He's clever, has a good feel, nose for the ball coming off the rim.
Pfluger. Back on top of Gibbs. Gibbs with a couple of threes already early.
Phil Reed does a nice job showing that time he recovered.
Pfluger looking for a pick with 6 on the shot clock. Gonna have to hustle. Fade away.
Well, that was designed well.
That was perfect.
Well, Mike's going to take credit for that one.
Durham's got 4 in a hurry.
And he is really not bad around that box area, too. Terrific shot blocker and prevents in that area.
Notre Dame stays in the zone. Opening for Eastern, but he found it inside the Boudreau. Good look by Eastern.
Nice cut, too.
Boudreau averaging 8.5 a game, and he's got 6 already in the first half.
He played well the first 4 or 5 games, then settled down a little bit. Now back on it. Nice pass. What a look. And again, Boudreau got put on that high side. Durham having a feast out there.
He's already on his average. Notre Dame is 8 out of 9 from the floor.
Not bad. Of course, much of the defense too. Back to man. Boudreau trying to do a little number in the post.
I knew Edwards was going up with that one. Rimmed out a 3. Tough rebound, tough landing.
They got a foul before Boudreau, I think.
Krzyzewski was on the rebound.
Fans not happy with that particular play, but just a good understanding of how to handle screens. Yeah, that's what happened too. He fell on that particular play. I thought maybe he overextended. What a nice look, though. That didn't really set up for a backdoor cut.
Talking about Notre Dame struggling with their shooting. They're struggling so far. Almost everything's gone in.
It really changes your outlook. Don't know if you can ring the bell.
Yeah.
Sets up your D. You're always in balance.
Gibbs, jumper off the mark. Rebound comes off the Wheeler.
This is where he is dangerous. He'll freeze you and drill it. Nice handle.
Back to Edwards. Extra pass was almost one too many.
Nice open look. Sasha not able to convert.
Stefanovic missed the three.
I said that like we're close, you know.
You and Sasha?
Well, his dad apparently was a great player. Played with the Sonics. Beautiful town of Seattle.
Both teams have gone to their bench really extensively so far in the first half, including this guy on the drive. And Kane Goodwin will be going to the free throw line when we come back. 2-point game here in Indianapolis.
He's going, baby. Play it without fouling.
The senior night last year, Matt Farrell's dad pulls me aside. He said, "Thanks for making a man out of my son." I was like, you know, that's what it's all about. That's the ultimate compliment.
The man of March, Mike Bray, sit down with our Seth Davis on Monday on CBS Sports Network. Great show. Great guy, great coach. I can't believe it's 19 years. He's the head man. He's the winningest coach past Digger Phelps last year. He's the winningest coach in Irish history. You want to check that out on Monday night on CBS Sports Network.
I don't think that offended Digger at all that he had.
No, not at all.
It's not his style.
No.
But, you know, it's nice to see Notre Dame playing.
Let's check in with Jamie.
Well, yeah, it's been a long time for Mike Bray in a head coaching position, but he told me before the game, first time for him, this is the deepest he's ever had to dig in his patience bucket with this long team. He said, it's like playing with a Rubik's Cube. I'm figuring this team out in real time as we play these challenging games early in the season.
Yeah, he was 4 years removed from being the ACC regular season champs. Right now they got a 4-point lead on Purdue here, which is their biggest so far in the game. Speaking of Seth Davis sitting down with somebody, he'll sit down with Clark and Zook at halftime.
Good to hear them back, huh?
Baseline jumper off the mark. Harms keeps it alive and is tied up. Possession error will go to Notre Dame. Wednesday on Survivor. Only 6 remain for one final showdown. Who'll win this epic battle? It's David versus Goliath on the Survivor season finale. Wednesday at 8, 7 Central. Only CBS. Going out with Raph tonight before the game is a Survivor series for me. The finale will be next week in Chicago, and we have another doubleheader.
It's not like football where you have a week off between games, you know? Aaron Toss, I thought that was up Notre Dame. And a lot of the crowd did too. Of course, Mike, you think about Mike Bray, DeMatha High School, down at Duke with Mike Shea, surrounded by some amazing coaches, right? Morgan Wooten, good use of the floor.
Kick out with 2 to shoot. Fluger got it at the buzzer.
And Goodwin really drives hard. Collapse the D, nice find.
Notre Dame up 7 as we approach the midway point of the first half. They have found their shooting touch. They had some great assists on some of their buckets so far in the first half. Edwards fade away over Fluger. Yes.
How did he do that? That's amazing. He's giving away 4 inches maybe. Able to step back, fade, deliver.
8 for Carson Edwards.
Double high, and one goes low, one pops.
Fluger directing traffic. Bobs it to Mooney. Gibbs with a hook shot in the paint. Harms will pull off the miss.
They've done a great job balancing the floor. No easy hoops.
Eric Hunter in the lineup for Purdue.
They even play the point a little bit and let this guy do that.
That one just dying on the back of the iron.
A squisher.
A little bit out of control.
A little charge, everything wrong there. Well, they can hurry you up with good, excellent defense, though. Great position. Mike, not a real happy guy. You can't blame him. This is one of those, just eat it, give it to your point guard, and get organized.
On the other end,
How about this?
a fade away by Edwards.
Great feel, huh? Time and distance.
Gives himself just enough space for that fade.
Right.
Yep.
Elevates high enough.
Gonna get a breather here. He doesn't breathe much. It's a lot of minutes.
Matt telling both of us yesterday they've been trying to rest him both halves a little bit more. I think once he gets a little fatigued, not the same trajectory or legs in the game. Pin down drill exchange. They run so many things. There's a double at the end of it.
Klein on the drive. Defended pretty well. The outlet to Gibbs. Talking about racing through traffic. Prentice Hub.
Hub with the afterburners.
Notre Dame stretches it back to 7 again. No fast break points for Purdue, but Notre Dame's had some. Boudreaux, 3 is a little short.
They've been really pushing, trying to get early offense going.
Gibbs open on the baseline momentarily. Mooney goes baseline, uses his body well, and he's fouled.
He is really tough. So many things he can do, but the early push here, nice kick out pass, sets this up, and just turn in a corner. How about this? The afterburners. Little finish by the southpaw. He can finish with the right hand as well. Prentice alarming in the open floor.
John Mooney, 80% free throw shooter.
You know, Brad, there's a former coach at Notre Dame that said that Notre Dame will never play Purdue. There isn't a road
There's
that
not a road
leads.
to West Lafayette. Our buddy, Digger.
Oh, my goodness. What a classic. Boy, did he do a great job with that program, though.
Digger got close to 400 wins, and Mike right now is at 409, as we said.
I'm sure Digger sent them a gift. They love to do this. He's terrific in the low post. Eastern in the fight. Pretty good job by Hub.
Mike 409 wins, as I mentioned. 12 NCAA tournaments. 5 NITs as well, on top of those 12 NCAAs. Now, Boudreaux didn't break to the basket. It's a turnover.
Edwards can get a little sloppy with his passes.
Harvey for 3.
How about that? They are playing terrific basketball. Harvey and Hubs in coordination, and Matt knows he's got to get his guys going on the offensive end. Really not doing a great job, but the ability to spot up and knock him down, extraordinary.
Right now, Notre Dame on a 7-0 run as you take a look at the game summary. And for a team that was having trouble shooting and came off a 36% shooting effort against UCLA, they almost can't miss, right?
They are confident because that end of the game, a tough one to handle, but they come back here really passing the ball beautifully, making open shots, taking advantage, and this is just size winning out by Durham. Normally he's a little closer to the hoop.
10 assists on 11 made field goals. Talk about a coach's dream right there.
Keep guys smiling, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And Pfluger has 5 of those assists, by the way. Let's see if Purdue can get something going. They've been a one-man band so far. Carson Edwards, actually he and Boudreaux, but not much else.
Got to get something inside. They got Eastern again. They didn't get it to him the last time. Playing real small now.
See if that 3 will light it up. Well, he's going to get 3 from the free throw line. Harvey with a foul.
Got to close out under control. Just good movement here, and this kid can really light it up and get it going. He'll miss a few, but boy, he is confident like all shooters. He'll keep going.
Listen to this line. Klein had 6 free throws last year, all year. He had 5 of them. He's 5 for 5 this year. He doesn't get to the line very often.
It tells you he doesn't drive it much, but he is better driving than he was early on. Of course, Dakota Mathias was the guy ahead of him last year. Pretty outstanding without the basketball, and great shooter too.
Jamie.
Well, this make will hopefully help Purdue get set in their defense, but I just checked in with Matt Painter's huddle. He said, we are putting ourselves in this position in defensive transition. He said, you got to turn the jets on, turn back and sprint, and you cannot let Ryan Klein. He has to get back to the baseline on defense. He pointed at him in particular, so hopefully this helps their defense get set.
Well, his second free throw of 3, and now hit 2 of 3. At least stops the run by Notre Dame, which was 7 straight.
And they extend the floor, look a little more pressure, make them use time as well. Eastern can really rag a guy. They got to be careful.
Eastern all over Gibbs.
Notre Dame over the years has really done a great job using clock.
Pfluger
Nice
had an opening, but he's extra
pretty.
pass to Mooney.
How about that? He does anything to help this team, Pfluger.
That matches a career high in assists for Rex Pfluger, and we still got 7 minutes to go in the half.
Mooney's got to be careful in there. He's got 1 foul. Boudreaux, some old-time moves to the box area.
Klein, the kick out of the baseline, 5 on the shot clock. Eifert, nice move, got his own miss. Up and under this time.
That kid brings some life to this team. Great effort, great pursuit. I think they're playing small because of the speed of Notre Dame. Mooney's got a great feel when to slip.
Pfluger, the kick over the Hub, missed the 3, and Boudreaux with a backside rebound.
Once again, balance is beautiful for Notre Dame.
Klein, long 3, rims out, Mooney with a rebound.
I don't know about that one. Rush a little bit, particularly when you're trying to catch up. Make them work a little.
We approach 6 minutes. 10-point Notre Dame lead.
Quick half, hasn't it been?
Yeah. Almost as quick as Army-Navy last week.
That was a great one, wasn't it? You said that's one of the thrills, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a fun one to do. Great scene. And offensive foul.
And Gibbs out of control. We talked about Mooney on the open and many things he can do. But this is when getting yourself that little established the pivot foot and then finish strong. But Eifert just pursues. He and Pfluger, to me, are very similar.
Yeah.
Anything you can do to help your team win.
Durham comes back in for the Irish. Edwards has been quiet since hitting those first 2 threes. And then a 2-pointer on that fadeaway. That's it so far.
He's fresh now, though.
Here he comes around a pick. And a bump on the inside. Tomorrow, it's all about the playoffs now. Dolphins and Minnesota get together. Then 2 teams coming off tough losses will be ready to battle. New England takes on Pittsburgh. But a complete playoff picture, NFL Today. JB and Nate and Boomer and Phil and Bill. It all kicks off. NFL Today, powered by Ram Trucks at noon Eastern on CBS tomorrow.
JP knows a little about basketball.
He knows a little bit. Played a little basketball.
Yeah, at Harvard, the Matha.
Edwards, nice to the hole and just slapped out of there by Durham.
Just a little less than 3 blocks a game again.
It's his 23rd of the year. Eastern trying to steal it back and can't.
Pretty good balance by Goodwin there on the sideline.
Pfluger directing traffic.
Look at the mismatch here.
That one short. Edwards did a pretty good job defending against the big guy.
That's what you wanted on that particular play. Size differential.
Eastern's drive off the window. And again, Durham with a rebound.
And Mike slowing it down. He used to run a thing called burn. Use that clock, burn it. Tantalizing for the defense. Make them work a little bit the whole 30. Not a good pass here.
Going to be kept alive though by Goodwin. That's not over and back because Eastern got a hand on it.
Down to 7.
Hub's going to have to go up with it.
He can make that shot. They got a foul, I think, Durham. It's always nice to have a efficient man at the rim. And look at Durham just salivating. Wait for that release at the rim. And that's a fast break starter. Occasionally hit that glass, go the other way. Mike said he wants to get more minutes. I think he can be a solid contributor as the year progresses.
Well, a nice job offense and defense today in the first half. We drove the free throw line.
It's amazing how many transfers there are playing anymore, too.
Yeah.
The lifeblood of programs.
Good free throw shooter, but not on that one. Hit the 4-minute mark. Notre Dame up 10.
They spread the corners too. Usually put Shulashevsky on the other side to make threes.
Durham up and off the mark. Rebound. Clear it out of there.
You can move with that shot though.
Boudreaux's wide open for three.
They just can't make one, can they?
They did early with Edwards hitting his first two, and that's been it from three-point land.
And Notre Dame not making any hay either. Stuck on 10. They should be advancing this.
Stuck on 10 it is with 3:35 remaining first half. Now the number 6 scorer in the country coming in. Carson Edwards got off to a hot start early, Rap.
Yeah, he's so tough to keep away from the basketball because of his foot speed, also his range. And by the time you close out, you don't get your hand up quick enough to deter him. And they need some solid performance on the offensive end. And Chris Pfluger on this end, anything you need, he provides. The more you watch this team play, dribble, drive, find. Occasionally he'll bite you with that deep one or put it on the deck and create for others. Solid kid.
He's matched his career high in assists here in the first half alone. He'll inbound to Hub.
Oh, Eastern just on that pin down.
Got a little hook foul.
Got a piece of Gibbs.
And he didn't need that one. Is that 3? Only 2.
2, yeah. This is where he can be big arms away to make that shot, Mooney.
Pfluger, the switch off by Harms.
Nice pump.
Here's the freshman. Good one.
They did a nice job. They all do. With that little pump fake, get a guy up in the air, and then drill that shot. He also competes on the glass pretty good.
He was a Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Ohio. Good one.
Look at this distance.
And Harms pushed off trying to get the rebound.
I know he's got the distance, but when you struggle a little bit, maybe get him to go to the rim just a little bit more. That's amazing.
So Harms picks up his second, and he's coming out. And that'll bring Travion Williams into the lineup for Purdue. Boy, the Boilermakers have been stuck on 22 for a long time here as we're under 3 minutes in the half. Pfluger tried another hook pass, had Mooney open, and Edwards steals it and spins away from everybody. Let's see if he takes it all the way. He tried to, and he's fouled by Hub in reach.
That's 2 on Hub.
Coming up, AT&T at the half. Adam Clark and Seth will get you caught up on all the scores and highlights from around the country, plus preview of our second game from here in Indianapolis with Indiana and Butler together.
You know, Williams on the floor, he's got some low post game, so they may get a lift from him. A little jump right hook, then bounce it into the lane. Big wide body. He's lost a ton of weight.
That's Carson Edwards' first point in a long time. If you're wondering how good a shooter is he from the stripe, 90%.
There isn't much he doesn't do well.
And you see his improvement every year.
They look at a lot of tape with him just in terms of feeling when to take a shot, when to go. A little full court again.
Well, he ends that long dry spell for the Boilermakers. Career high 40 in the 4-point loss to Texas in their last outing. And right now he's at 10.
Nice recovery by Williams. Good feet.
Pfluger air ball to the backside of Houston. Here's an open look for 3. That'd be big, and it is.
Well, that really helps. He knows he's got to step up. He's got a nice looking stroke.
They started off 2 for 3 outside the arc, and they were 2 for 12 until Eifert hit that one.
Doesn't take many, but shoots it at 36%.
2 minutes remaining first half.
The early offense, seldom have we seen it by Purdue.
Goodwin lost the handle, saved it on the baseline, and now loose ball.
Ooh, is he right in the mix of it?
Well, the officials let him play through that.
He's going to pull up now.
What a spin. Finger roll won't go, but it sure looked good.
Numbers.
Hub the kick over on the fly. The three rattles out. Williams with a rebound.
Modern day basketball, huh?
Edwards is going up, you can tell. Hasn't hit one since early.
Better looks, though. The last 2 trips for him.
The last spin move in the finger roll was as pretty as you'll see for a shot that doesn't go in.
Everything but. Once again, a little burn going on for Notre Dame. Get a little rest, pull the plug.
10 on the shot clock. Hub around all the traffic. Missed the layup. Edwards bringing it the other way.
Nice show by Williams.
Eastern. The drive on the baseline. Get it out.
Well, they've had their troubles at that rim. That was a nice little play there, too. Eastern knows his game. Plays within it.
Irish by 7 in the final 40 seconds of the half.
See, you can play for Notre Dame at this pace. Pull the plug a little.
Yeah, definitely. It would be a plug puller for me. Pfluger up and under. He draws a foul.
So it was in the lane, or in the restricted area.
Here's the last 2 plays by Edwards, even though no points from either.
Look at the drop step and control. Just got a little too deep on the glass. And they've got a number of opportunities like that.
Rex Pfluger, the senior, returning starter, averaged a little over 8 last year. Same kind of numbers this year. He's got 4 here in the first half. But his floor game has been what's been big for Notre Dame.
He just makes plays. There's the toughness about him. I was reading he was a quarterback in 7th and 8th grade. There's something about football, I think, that these kids just bring an extra little bit of pizzazz to the game, a little toughness.
Arms comes in, Williams goes out. Arms has to be a little bit careful. He's got 2 fouls. Doesn't want to pick up another one with a half minute to go here.
It'll be interesting to see what they run. Get him in a ball screen, either a pick and pop or roll to the rim.
9-point lead. And the final 25 seconds of the half.
If you've got Carson Edwards, you know he's going to try and get free.
Edwards waiting and Eastern waiting as well.
They'll go on him.
Got the pick from Harms, the switch off through a double team. And
what a block. Oh, they got a foul. Push underneath. How did he get that ball back on the dribble? There's so much traffic. Now, this is dangerous. I don't know who got away with it, but amazing the facility to get tight to that 10. Some strength and elevation as well.
Back to the free throw line. Opportunity here with 8.6. To draw a little bit closer for the Boilermakers.
What they say is about a 6'5" wingspan.
I asked him before the game, he said, did you play football in high school? He's from Texas. Around the back. He's built like a running back. He said, no, I was a slot receiver. I said, you built like a running back. He said, I get that all the time. Look at his legs. I mean, he's a strong kid.
He is a tough kid. Very charming, too. We could use those long arms to pick up the checkbook.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Atascocita, Texas is hometown. Knocked them both down. Let's see if they can defend here and not give up any more points in the final 8 seconds. Gibbs, he'll go pull up and take a 3. And they do get out of the half without any further damage. Good first half. Notre Dame especially hot from the floor. Mike Bray's got to be happy with that. He's with Jamie right now.
Coach, the hot starts haven't been there for your team, but what was different about this first half?
You know what? I love our ball movement, and we're sharing it. And we've been pretty good defensively down here. We've gotten a couple easy buckets in transition. That's helped us.
Holding Carson Edwards to 12, is that enough for you?
That's a win right now. We've been really working hard on him. He's so good. We just got to do a better job on the backboard.
Coach, thanks.
Thanks.
End of the first half. Notre Dame 36, Purdue 29. Good first half here in Indianapolis. Now it's time to head to Zook, Seth, and Clark in New York, fellas. CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. Try our game day menu. Bud Light, enjoyed by giant blue fictional knights everywhere. And by AT&T, more for your thing. That's our thing. Back in Indianapolis, halftime just about set to start the second half, 36-29. Notre Dame with the lead at the break. Welcome back, everybody. Brad Nessler, Bill Raftery. I don't know if Notre Dame can play much better than they did. 12 assists on 13 made buckets. They didn't miss from the free throw line. They out-rebounded Purdue.
They pushed the ball. They got some early offense. They were solid. I think Purdue has to get some finish first, but some inside points. We know Edwards can lay it up deep, but get to the rim and complete the deal.
Okay, as we take a look at the halftime Bud Light statistics, as I mentioned, Notre Dame hot from the field, 54%. Pfluger with a career high 7 assists in the first half alone to go with 5 points as we check in with Jamie.
Well, I just caught up with Matt Painter coming out of the locker room. He told me that they had good looks offensively away from Carson Edwards. He said you just need some of those balls to go in for them, not tough decision making when it comes to shot selection. Defensively, he said we settled in, but some of that transition defense was brutal for them. The speed of the game finally caught up with them.
Let's see if they can pick the pace up on both ends of the floor as we start the second half.
Pass, it reminds me of the Globetrotters. Remember they used to pass it around the perimeter?
Now, that's not the way they wanted to start the half.
No.
It's only their fourth turnover, but not a good one. But they get it back, and Edwards will have a clear path.
Now, he can play above the rim also. That was the old-time, our type of layup. A great read, sort of generates a little enthusiasm for Purdue.
Carson with 14. That's the Notre Dame lead to 5. Mooney
does a nice job breaking guys down, though. Nice job by Harms as well. We had it.
Mooney will try it. 3, and he got it.
That's what's tough. Harms overextends, doesn't recover. Mooney drills it.
Only his 9th 3 of the year, but a big one there. Harms hit the first shot of the game, and that's the only shot he's taken in the game.
Nice defense here on the challenge.
Harvey with those long arms got a piece of that. Gibbs with the left hand.
Right at the glass, too. Excellent offensive rebounder that kid is.
Eastern looking for Edwards, who splits a double team. That one died on the rim again. A rebound out. Harvey on the run to Gibbs.
Nice job by Klein. Going wall up.
Edwards wide open. He's not going to take the 3. He's going to drive instead and score it again.
And finishes. Well, they've had their trouble at the rim.
The lead was 12 at one point of the first half for Notre Dame. Purdue fighting back. They cut it in half.
The defense has really been solid by and large in the first couple of minutes. They want to lift Harms so they don't cover Mooney.
The double team Pfluger, 4 on the shot clock. Going to have to be Mooney from deep. Wow, rattled it in.
And that's just great execution by the Irish.
Back-to-back 3s to open the half for John Mooney.
Such a weapon, though. You know, the matchup is tough for Harms. Nice split.
Oh, Edwards has just decided I'm going to work here.
He's amazing. He is not converted as he normally does.
A little disappointed he didn't get a foul call on the inside on that one.
One thing about him, he is so motor, though. He can really get up and down, get involved.
Mooney going to go over Harms.
Look at this.
Didn't get the roll that time.
He's got the crawler.
Eastern slipped and bumped by Hub. That's 3 on Curtis Hub.
Just a really terrific ability to get between defenders. Understands how to use that crossover dribble. Look at that split and power, too. And generally, he executes and finishes the deal. Just a little off his game. Plus the exams. I was always slow after exams. I was also slow during the exams.
Wow, long 3.
Yeah,
buried it.
He can do it. He is not to be deterred. He doesn't mind missing a couple. They can just stretch the D, these two. Klein and Edwards.
33rd three-pointer of the year. Cuts the lead back to 6.
Great extension here.
Luger, the hook pass over to the baseline, a good one. Underneath Boudreau with a rebound. Edwards, the spin inside. That one won't go either.
It's amazing how good he is at getting there, and generally he converts at the rim.
Eastern working for that rebound through the foul.
Just really good, solid basketball. The dribble handoff, so tough to come over the top, and Klein able to convert. Look at this drop step spin. Generally completes the deal.
No, Joe Eastern is not famous for his free throw shooting.
Ooh, that is it. Goodness. I'd throw my shoulder up.
The first no
right?
Joe.
The first time you see it.
And it's not a good one.
He leaves his right hand on the ball a little longer than normal.
Right about on his average on those two.
He is such a good player, too. Be able to straighten that stroke out.
Mooney coming back in, as is DJ Harvey.
I wanted to talk to Matt yesterday about Gene Katie in the old days.
Yeah. Said coach calls him every day.
It's unbelievable. And he said he really does. He just chats, you know. It's
right.
not like he's questioning, just probably reinforcing. There's Gene and Bob. Nice little give back here.
Boudreau.
Move.
Finishes it off. 8 for Boudreau. And all of a sudden, the Purdue fans coming to life here. They've cut it to 4.
They look better playing small, to be honest with you. This matchup here, the only thing Mooney can do is offensive rebound with Boudreau.
Gibbs, Pfluger, 3. Kept alive by Goodwin. The freshman back up and in.
This kid is a pretty good rebounder. Just weak side, screens his guy off, finishes the deal.
Got a chance to finish off a three-point play as well. First it was Boudreau underneath his 8th point. That got the Boilermakers a little closer, but then the freshman from Ohio up and in. They'll have a chance for a three-point play when we come back. It was a 7-point game at halftime, and the freshman Dane Goodwin's got a chance to make it a 7-point game right now as he goes to the free throw line.
He can do a lot of things. Bites you with a 3 on occasion. Pump fake, and I like where he competes on the glass.
Freshman out of Upper Arlington, Ohio. His dad, Damon, all-time winningest coach there at Capital University, Division III school in Columbus. So he's a basketball family guy. Missed the chance for the three-point play, though.
And back to the 2-3.
Edwards off the window, not quite. Boudreau trying to keep it alive. Will.
Good offensive rebound. They were nice understanding of the game, too.
Three-pointer off the mark from Aaron Wheeler.
He can make those, though. Stretch it with 40%. Long and lean, going to be a nice player.
Ooh, nice step back by Hart.
But those long arms prevail.
And Eastern with a rebound. Klein back out. Boudreau gave up a 3. He'll take it 2 and rattle it out.
Well, they've had good looks and not converting. Nice side saddle step.
Pfluger got it over. Nice pass. He can see the court, can
he? He uses the floor great. You're right. Looks opposite.
8 on the shot clock. 3 goes from the baseline from DJ Harvey.
And great patience. Under 5 seconds before they threw it up there.
Lead back to 9.
This will make you be patient, too, this 2-3 zone. Offensive rebound is key, I think, or make that shot like he can.
I think Klein likes it the farther he gets away from the basket.
Get away from the opponent. He got his teeth knocked out a couple weeks ago, right? Purdue practices are tough.
Back-to-back threes for him in this half gives him 8. Mooney got a back in on Boudreau. Lost the handle. Everybody goes to the deck. Comes free to Pfluger with 5 on the shot clock. Harvey for 3. Got it.
How about that pass? Ball movement. Mike had mentioned that earlier at halftime.
Seems like every time Purdue makes a push, Harvey's got an answer. He's got 3 threes in the ball game. And 13 for the game, which is over his average. Wheeler. Wow, that one was a dud. He got it back on the dish inside, and finally the third time is a charm for Aaron Wheeler.
Nice job by Eastern getting it to him as well. I think they get Mooney inside again. He mishandled it earlier, but got that size difference.
Pfluger got it right back to him just when you called it.
Yeah. Smart kid. And we talked about Mooney earlier in the game. His ability to put it on deck, get to the rim, space out, knock down shots. Really a mismatch nightmare for people. Takes a little guy inside, a big guy, he roams deep.
Would have been another assist by Pfluger had Mooney hit that shot. Instead, he's going to try to earn it from the free throw line. 12 and 5 so far today. We mentioned 5 double-doubles on the year already, coming off 12 points and 11 boards, and that loss to UCLA last week.
I think Oklahoma had a double-double at halftime.
Yeah, he did.
The only thing he isn't doing well is getting his shirt tucked, which is a cardinal sin with the referees.
Junior out of Orlando. Averaging 9.7 rebounds a game, which is tops right now in the ACC, even though conference play basically hasn't started for the most part. He got 1 or 2.
Give him a little rest down, not a bad move. Get the TV timeout.
Which will be coming our way on the next whistle, or in 30 seconds plus.
Marcus play, screen to screener. Good reaction defensively.
Wheeler's not afraid to shoot.
Well, he's right on it, too.
Hunter somehow got an offensive rebound in that mess, and then it's pulled down by Durham.
Well, Goodwin was right there. I thought he may have gotten fouled on that rebound.
Purdue has missed a lot of shots in close.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes with the exams, you're a little off your game. Seriously. You were joking before. Just missing a beat.
Gibbs, he misses it close. And Wheeler pulls down the rebound. It's about time for Carson to shoot.
I was just thinking, watch him in the early.
Well, he went against Durham to draw the foul, which will send him to the free throw line when we return. 51-43. Notre Dame still in front. Let's take a look at the AT&T fast analysis. Carson Edwards got out a fast start, and he is running all over the court trying to get open.
They'd have to get a respirator for you to do all this. And me as well, I might add. Is this working for a shot? Keep him busy, active. I love the way they hit and follow, and he squares them up. 179 feet. Wow. I wouldn't want that far for lemonade.
There's his numbers today and on the season, averaging 25-5, 16 today. A couple of threes to open the game, had 12 at halftime. And now he's at the free throw line. Try to add to it. 4 for 4 from the stripe so far.
He can really get it going. That Texas game lit it up.
Career high 40 in that one.
Yeah, just a tough cover.
Got them both. 18 for Carson. The lead cut down to 6 again.
Well, this is the end. They got to button up a little bit.
They can't get over that hump of 6 points right now.
Maybe Durham inside if you're Notre Dame. A little bit of a mismatch. He does have a game in there. Nice little trap.
Goodwin playing a lot of minutes for a freshman. He's going to take a 15-footer and got it.
How about that with confidence? Little pull-up, stroke.
And he's just 2 away from his season high.
Got to get some help from other people than Edwards.
Around a pick, back pedals, buries a 3.
Or go to Edwards.
One of those two.
Again, you see how far he came using 2 bumps, and then he gets squared.
Run another 170 feet to get that 3-pointer. Approaching the midway point of the second half. They've got over that 6-point hump. They got it to 5. Let's see if they can get a stop.
He's got a little hook and a turn. Oh, go at him.
Just when they cut that close, T.J. Gibbs sticks it to him.
Durham with nice patience. Hadn't touched it in a while. Great decision.
All of T.J.'s field goals are 3s. For his 9 points.
Yeah, what a family, huh? Ashton and Sterling, terrific players.
His dad was a football player at Temple, and his name happens to be Temple, which is kind of fitting. Here comes Durham after the steal, and he was fouled by Boudreaux. Monday, on an all-new late show, Stevens got Sandra Bullock. I'm going to watch that one. Plus, later this week, catch Emily Blunt, John C. Riley, and Steve Carell. All-new Colbert all week on CBS.
With your training habits, though, as we take a look at Edwards, using that screen, steps back, knows where the line is. You have to tape Colbert because you're never up there.
No, well, yeah, actually, I'd have to take a nap and then watch. No, I tape it, actually. Durham rips it. 7 for Jawan.
Long nicely for this team.
A little quick breather for Carson Edwards. You saw over on the Purdue bench.
And Matt's very conscious of that. He thinks it really enhances his game. Long-time assistant there, chatting with Elliott Bloom.
And 2 nice strokes by Jawan Durham. 8 points for him. And the lead goes back to double digits. Got to give Notre Dame credit. Every time Purdue makes a push, they shove back.
Oh, they got an answer.
Eifert.
Where do we go for offense right now? Nice trap, reading the line.
You can tell Notre Dame knows that Edwards is on the bench right now. They're trying to find somebody. And they do finally find an opening on the baseline, but the 3 is short. Hunter will keep it alive. Fresh shot clock. And new life for the Boilermakers. There's nice a good look down low. And they got it underneath.
And they kept the middle open. Great movement.
So that offensive rebound proved to be big. Give him a second chance, and Hunter cuts it back to 10.
That was a quick one for Notre Dame.
Actually, the score is 58-50. And Hunter will try another one. Pfluger on a run out. Got it.
Ooh. He thought he shouldn't have gotten a foul. He got hurt too. He's limping back.
That would have been a big 3. Boudreaux trying to keep it alive, and he drew a foul from Durham underneath.
Pretty good offensive player, but this is a nice little tip forward and a little brush here on the leg, and he was injured coming back.
Yeah, not a good landing.
No. Tough kid, though, running it off. They may give him a blow, though.
Yeah, he's still grimacing over there at the free throw line, and they're going to bring him out in between Boudreaux's free throws. Actually, they don't bring him out.
He waved it off, though.
I take it back.
Yeah, he's stretching the leg over there. But this kid really does amazing little things. Understands the game. Good offensive rebounder. Screen slips.
Mooney with a rebound off Boudreaux's miss. And here he comes. Even though he's still got a little bit of a hitch.
Yeah. He's so important to their cause, though. Lead him on the floor.
Hub with a fadeaway. Pfluger trying to tip it to keep it alive, but it comes free to Klein.
Nice help. Shade him. Play him with 1.5 people.
He's going up with it. Would have been off the backboard for three had it gone in.
Matt living with it. Once in a while, some of his jacks hurt you. You know, I think you can get that late, particularly when you're trying to get in touch.
Here's Mooney. Squares up against Boudreau. And now backs his way in with a hook. Actually used the right hand, and he got it.
Oh, they are smart, though. Take advantage. 3 or 4 inches. A tough out can make threes and tough inside, too.
John Mooney, big second half. He can add to it from the stripe when we come back. Notre Dame in command. CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Sonic. This is how you Sonic. Napa, quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. And by Progressive. Get slam dunk savings today. Visit progressive.com. Kyle King there, 6'6" freshman from St. Charles, Illinois, is the grandson of former athletic director of Purdue, George King. We kind of think he's family because his uncle is this knucklehead right here. Gary Danielson, my partner in football, and Purdue great at quarterback. And can you imagine when Christie brought this guy home to George, his grandpa, and said, I guess I'm dating this guy. And I know he had to cut his hair and he had to clean up his clothing act. He was kind of a slob, still is at times. But I think it's Christie King Danielson's birthday today. It might have been yesterday, so happy birthday, Christie. And Gary had to do the cooking.
Oh, that's your pal. You guys do a great job. Because a friend of mine knew him up in Detroit, thought he would have been an unbelievable GM, player personnel guy for the Lions years ago.
He's still got his nose in every sport. I can believe that. Purdue turns it over. They didn't need that. And Wachowski up and in.
Look at Pfluger. What a great job on the fast break.
That's 8 assists for Pfluger, I think, unless he added another one when I wasn't paying attention. That might be 9. It is.
He's doing a Michael Jordan on a layup pass, huh? Goodness, but nice off the dribble. Wachowski, good presentation there where Ward's off at the left. This kid's got good size. He can make a deep shot, too.
Nate out of Jupiter, Florida, 6'10" freshman, and he caps off the three-point play.
Mike's lament has been he wants them to get old fast. I've avoided that myself.
Somehow you have. I think you're pickled. That might be...
I beg your pardon. I may have been.
Eifert got a three.
I think he should look for his offense a little bit more.
I do too.
Plays within the system.
Still 12-point Notre Dame cushion.
His brother was pretty good in football too. Speaking of
Tyler,
that, right?
Former Notre Dame great at tight end. Went from a walk-on to being a captain. Notre Dame's football season, by the way, is still continuing.
Yeah, great year.
Got a big game on the 29th as the undefeated Irish, part of the college football playoff, along with Clemson and Oklahoma. There's Tyler, back in his playing days.
You said Alabama's pretty special, huh?
Yeah, they're all 4 teams that are left are pretty special.
Right. You're not going out on a limb, huh?
I've seen more of Alabama than I have the other teams this year. But I have a lot of respect for the other 3. I like watching all of them play.
Is Bear Bryant still there? Oh, this guy's pretty.
Nick Saban's
He's replacing him.
Yeah. They've all got statues on campus. Let's put it that way. 12-point Notre Dame lead. Look at the Jersey Mike's game summary. Purdue coming off a 9 for 32 3-point performance in their loss to Texas, and they're struggling out there again today. Edwards kind of on his game, 21. Mooney 16 and 6 so far. Jamie?
Well, Purdue got to keep a pretty cool piece of their history in town. Last spring, this John Wooden jersey was up for auction. It was originally purchased anonymously at an auction for $264,000. The jersey's from 1930 to 32 in his career. But the anonymously didn't stick for too long. It was indeed Drew Brees who came out of the woodwork, forked up the $264,000 that he had laying around to make sure the jersey wasn't for his own collection, but to stay at Purdue.
That's pretty cool. One of the guys that was in the hunt for the most valuable player in the NFL this year, Drew Brees, another remarkable campaign at age 30, I think 8 or 9, whatever Drew is.
Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
Because a lot of money. That's your per diem at $2.60, right?
That's $2.60. That's what, yeah.
Well, what a tribute, though, for the great career of John Wooden here at this institution, too. Classy maneuver. Nice slip.
Oh, Williams got away with a walk, but they could use it.
Nice set out of the timeout. Spread everybody. The dive. The finish.
I think Travian had one extra step in that big 6'9", 280-pound body, but he got away with it.
Look at, he's got pretty quick feet. Look at this kid.
There he comes defensively, knocks it away from Mooney.
I think we were talking about him yesterday. His mobility and the feel. You can just see here comes a little screen. And look at everybody wide, so you can't get the assistance. That's well designed and executed. Pfluger, 9 assists, by the way. That could be 10.
Wow, this kid is growing up in front of us.
Yeah, he sure is. He jumps out in small bites the first few games of the season. And I think we'll be seeing a lot more time.
Yep. Career high 12. A season high, I should say. His career's only been a couple of months long. Here's Klein, long ball. Ooh, big collision.
Of the two guys that give it all.
Yep.
Right?
Eifert and Pfluger, and that was not a good meeting between those two.
No. Boy, how appropriate it is leaving it all out there with these two. That is incredible. See, this is a tough game. You don't have pads and helmets.
These two would like to have had right there.
They sure would. Wow. They won't be working in the choir.
They changed sections, I think. It's at least under 6 to play. Edwards looking for some help.
Maybe get Reeves in the box, too. I think he can do some nice cutting.
Nice.
This kid's got a little hook. He's tough. He's going to be a player. Lost that.
Pfluger down again, and it's the back of the knee. Let's hope that's a cramp in the back of the knee and not something else. I didn't see where. Oh, he went up and just while he was in midair.
Yeah, before he landed. I wonder if that's a carryover from the first injury.
That could be.
You know?
And the collision over there, too.
Skip Meyer, long time. 39 years, I think, the trainer at Notre Dame.
He's trying to work around a screen, and then as he went airborne, he just grabbed the back of his knee. Nobody touched him. Of course, he had a collision a couple of minutes ago on the far side in front of the Purdue bench.
He jumped more off the left side, which is what he grabbed. So they're picking him up now. Let's hope it's a cramp. Oh, boy.
I think they might be going straight to the locker room here.
I don't like that.
He has had a whale of a game, a career high 10 assists.
Puts his fingerprints on the game. That's what I think Eifert could do for this team, too.
There was a little bit of a slide right there. He went off the sneaker of Eifert, and that twisted things a little bit. I didn't see that the first couple of times we showed you the replay. Whether that had an effect on it or not, Jamie's following everybody in the tunnel over there, so let us know if we can find out anything. Meanwhile, back to live action with Notre Dame up 11 as we're approaching the 5-minute mark. Mooney against Williams. He'll bring it back outside. Right back to Mooney. Baseline jumper.
Williams with excellent defense again. Runs right to the box. Gives a ball screen.
Get to that point where Purdue's got to find some offense here. And Williams right now is giving it to him. 6 for Williams in about the last 6 minutes.
He's enjoying the minutes, trying to tell the coach, I want more time.
Purdue's got it sliced back to single digits, and we're under 5 to play. Harvey spins in the paint. Tough shot. Rebound Purdue. Here comes Eastern. And he goes up and draws a foul from Gibbs.
You got to really contain him. You know he's going to dribble. Just the ability here to curl, be in position. And he's not at his peak as a player yet either, this kid. He's in a big future, I think, Williams.
No Joe Eastern at the free throw line. Sophomore out of Evanston, Illinois. I would like to see him hit these free throws.
Oh, goodness.
And he got one. There we go.
That hurts.
It does. He is right at 2 for 11 on the season from the line.
Just the way he jerks his shoulder.
Only got 1 of 2. That's better than normal. And ball out of bounds to Purdue.
Well, there's once again Williams in the mix there. Great hustle by the big guy. Gets in the middle of it, gets his paw, and doesn't stop. Pursues it right through the end.
And it goes off of Harvey. So Purdue, a fresh shot clock, another chance. Leschewski comes back in, and Harvey goes out. Let's see if either Klein or Edwards can get free for a jumper. They're one of the best duos in the country as far as shooting three-pointers.
And they look for it. I think Williams deserves a couple of touches low, though.
Here's Klein. Look for his shot. Now he's got to look to pass.
He's got a hook.
The big guy backing in on Mooney. Drop step. Mooney got a piece of it. Ball loose. And Mooney ends up with it. A wasted opportunity by the Boilermakers there. And we're at the 4-minute mark. That was not a good drive.
They let them play on, too.
Moop. Eifert can't shag that down. And whoa, look out. That was
Eifert. Oh, my goodness. Right on his back.
Over the chairs, over everything, and onto the cement, but he's all right.
Boy, love the kid. Gives it all.
This is the Cross the Chairs Classic. Ouch. Man. Guys are giving it everything in Indianapolis. I'll give them that much. Rex Pfluger's day, the senior out of Dana Point, California, has included a little bit of everything, including a career-high 10 assists.
He's just been so tough. This is the first nick he occurred. He slips when he gets up there, and that was just brutal. It looks like one-on-one on the line, and
that was the last thing before he headed to the locker room. So we hope he's okay. Let's check in with Jamie.
Rex Pfluger, we saw him go to the locker room. It is the left knee injury, as we saw. He will not return, but I will say when I was following him back into locker room, he wanted to get sitting down so badly. He tried to get to the Purdue locker room. They said, no, son, next door down. He said, good, I don't want to go in there anyways.
At least he's got a sense of humor.
Exactly. And great recognition.
3.5 to go.
And Mooney taking the big guy outside. I think that's where he could be a little tougher.
5 on the shot clock. Harvey trying to get around the big fella. Does on a runner and got it.
Nice job. And Mooney really wise. Got himself to the rim as well.
15 for Harvey. He's been a tough out today. 3 threes. And now Purdue needs some instant offense pretty soon. This is the guy that can give it to him. They'll have to try to do it from the free throw line.
I think he was in the restraining area there. But you mentioned Harvey at the other end, having a real solid game, keeps that dribble alive, cups it, able to have that little feathery delivery at the 10. Counter the other guy, just amazing the many things he can do. Getting to the lane, Carson.
Well, this guy, the first couple of shots of the game, we thought he was going to go heading in that 40 direction. But he cooled off, and now he's missed his first free throw. 21 on the game, 25.5 on the season per game. Boy, he had to talk the second one in. He might be a little bit tired.
He leaves it out there.
Still 9-point game with 3 minutes remaining in regulation.
Cubs really been solid with the dribble. They weren't able to get any deflections.
Mooney. Williams does a nice job defensively.
He does three-quarter, slap away, deflect. Boy, the big guy's leaving it all out there. Use him. Go
Here he is.
He's got a hook. Give him room.
Last time it was a drop step. This time it's a hook shot. And he got it.
Tell you what, Matt's eyes are opening, I'm sure. He lost that weight, got himself prepared, and doing a heck of a job.
8 points all this half, and some good defense as well from the freshman out of Chicago.
Yeah, I'm amazed at the energy he has out there, too, for not having a whole lot of minutes.
He's going to be getting more minutes, I'll tell you that much.
Look at this. Impact on the game. Robert Morris was the most points he had were 9, but here defensively is where he's been awesome. His timing.
There's only 7 remaining on the shot clock.
Yeah, pretty soon he'll be keeping it in play, that block, too.
And Eastern knocks it out of bounds, so 1 tick off the clock, 6 to shoot for Notre Dame. Holding out to a 7-point lead here at the 2-minute mark. Mooney going to have to take it, and he buries it.
What a nice job with the ball fake. Squared up.
Mooney's got 19. And that might have been the killer right there.
Big-time delivery.
Williams asking for it down low against Mooney.
He is the man.
This time he goes baseline off the window.
A little kiss, put him in guide. Boy, he is bringing it all. Sit down and take a blow.
Career high for Travion Williams. Might not be enough, but he's making it interesting, I'll tell you that much. 1:39 remaining in the game. Indiana just moved into the top 25 in the country with that winning streak we're talking about.
And Archie's got a couple of youngsters, too, that can perform at a high level.
Really. Travion Williams has had 10 of the last 12 points for Purdue. That's kept the Boilermakers in this game with 1:39 remaining.
He has had tremendous impact and opportunities, too. They go full court pressure. He's on the inbounder. Take away the vision. Watch a step and go if you're at half court.
2 freshmen against each other right now. Goodwin, the guy to inbound. Williams trying to make it hard for him, and did. And Eastern. And
they're going to look. They're going to look.
The officials are going to take a look at this.
Less than 2.
And a timeout with 1:37 to play. This one's all yours, partner. Go ahead.
Well, the call they made was Notre Dame ball. I think they're going to have to stick with it. I think the 2 hands hit it at the same time. So if that's the case.
Eastern playing it.
Right? Well, maybe at the end Notre Dame had a fingertip on it, but I don't know if you can change the rule. And Gibbs, that was.
Officials having the looks that we're having. Talk about bang, bang. Both hands on it right there. I would think that Eastern's follow through on the ball is probably more complete. And if that's the case, it would be Notre Dame ball. But
they're going to have somebody else take a look now. Yeah. It's 1-1 the vote.
That's why we have 3 officials.
Is it a hanging shad? Or,
an all-important possession with 1:37 remaining.
Well, you got to be ready for everything, though. Notre Dame, little lackadaisical cutting to get free on the inbounds pass. Another look at it.
We're giving you the best look that we have, and they're getting the same look. And I think it's going to stay the way they called it, but
I think they have to. Indisputable evidence.
That taped pinky finger of Eastern, I think, is the difference. And it's going to be Notre Dame ball. So it stays as called.
And now you're locked in position. And you've got to really step and cut to the ball. There's
Luger's back on the bench.
Great competitor that kid is.
He's got a wrap on his knee, which you can't quite see there, but heavily wrapped left knee. He wants to see the finish of this game, which he has been an integral, bigger than integral part of it. Let's put it that way.
Having trouble cutting again.
And
they got a hold. Is it Easter? Yeah.
Yep.
Not over the limit yet.
That was a foul to give. We had 5 team fouls. So we'll try it again with the same inbound man, Dan Goodwin. And Travion Williams on him. That big body of Williams makes it tough, but he has an easy one into Gibbs. And Williams slapped it right back in Gibbs' face, and now Mooney here in front of us at midcourt is fouled by Eifert. The fans don't like that one.
That was a bang banger, but I actually think they got it right. Mooney did a good job here. I don't think he was Good job turning and sealing. Yeah, I mean, he was there, right? I think Eifert just got there a little bit late on a bad angle. Yeah.
So Mooney to the free throw line where he can make it 20 points on the day. And does.
And he is solid. Every time you look at tape on this kid, really understands what he can do well. Moves people around depending on size and bulk.
Going to be short on the rebounding edge of another double-double, but not in the scoring column. 21 for John Mooney, that we highlighted a couple of hours ago in the fast analysis. And he's part of the reason Notre Dame's got a 10-point lead here with 1:20 to go.
You want to play the three-point line on it. This kid gets free so fast. You're trying to make it a tough two at best, but
Carson Edwards on his average with that three-pointer.
how about this guy? Not a bad performance. Letting the coach know he's a nice slip here. The ability to finish big time, elevate that big body. Only thing wrong, didn't keep it in play, but how about this? A little kiss in downtown Indianapolis. But a big fella.
And again, he's on the inbounds play. 10 points all in the second half for Trevion. Now trying to play some defense on Goodwin, who gets it in to Hub. With a double in the corner and a foul in the corner.
A nice job by Hub getting free. A lot of guards don't really sprint, protect the basketball. 55% free throw shooter, 11 for 20 coming in. That's a little bit of a surprise because he's got a good looking stroke.
Missed last year with a knee injury. And the left-handed freshman got that one.
They're all learning on the way. There's an interested fan.
Can only be a cheerleader now with a wrap on that left knee. Two big free throws.
Big time.
Now it's hurry-up time. Carson Edwards and company.
And conversely, Notre Dame wants to make them use clock if possible.
Edwards to the rack with a left hand. Used his body nicely, but couldn't get it to drop. And now another foul on Eastern, and his day will be done.
That's sort of what happened all evening or afternoon.
Right.
Get to the rim and not able to convert. And he's very good. Carson Edwards around there, around that 10.
If even half of those in-close shots had gone in, we'd have a lot tighter game.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So Eastern fouls out.
TJ Gibbs at the line. Shoot it. 1-1.
Inside College basketball brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Coming up in between our games as Gibbs gets his 10th point.
Yeah, they're getting old, huh? Before our eyes, Notre Dame. That was the concern. Mike Bray seeing these young guys grow up. There's kids too. A lot of these guys are strangers to him.
Yeah. Well, he's got to be happy with this performance, especially the assist to scoring ratio today. Nice drive by Klein and a quick timeout. And that is going to be Purdue's final timeout.
Plenty of time. Klein on the rise. Little delivery. Quick TO.
Monday on CBS, hang out with TV's funniest neighbors with a new hit comedy starring Cedric the Entertainer and Max Greenfield. The Neighborhood. New episode Monday at 8, 7 Central, only CBS. And again, they're helping Pfluger, who came and joined the huddle during that last time out, back to that chair on the baseline. And now you see the wrap on his left knee. You just hope that that is not a serious situation. Senior who played brilliantly today. Kind of the floor general all the way through.
A little hold again before the pass comes in. That time on Hunter. Trying to stretch this game out as best they can.
Now they walk it back down the other way. Notre Dame is a good free throw shooting team. As a club, 74%. And Hub hit his last two after struggling, as Raf said, coming in. He's 13 out of 22 now in the year. think you'd want him at the line, but right now, not really.
No, his mechanics are good, though. Does the same thing each time. Sometimes you get started in a slump, and all of a sudden your head takes over.
Yeah. So Prentice will try to keep it perfect at 4 for 4. That time that one came off, and Williams with the rebound.
Push. That's what you want.
Got to hustle now. Under a minute to go.
You know these two, Klein and Edwards, are going to try and light it up.
Klein find a little avenue. Nice move to the rack.
Smart. They're taking away to 3. Go as quickly as you can. A hold again, this time on Edwards. A little blow by. Ryan sees an opportunity because they took away the dominant 3.
Right back to Prentice Hunt we go.
You love to have your point guard able to knock shots down, don't you? Free throws.
And he's back on it. 4 out of 5. Tomorrow on CBS, every clue has led to this. Don't miss a new episode of God Friended Me. Tomorrow after 60 minutes, only CBS. 5 of 6 in the second half for Prentice Hunt from the free throw line.
And he tries to make them use clock now by extending the floor.
Edwards all the way to the rack, up and in. Will be over his average, but it's not going to be in a win unless something strange happens here. As foul called quickly on Grady Eifert.
A little blow by here as well. Smart get in the lane, able to convert at the rim, and Harvey has a chance now to step to the free throw line, see what he can do. He's respectable. I got him at 74. More than respectable.
You are correct, sir. Had a good game. 15 points, which is well over his average.
How did the Notre Dame kids can beat you off the bounce? And of course, you mentioned about fluke of cross-court passing. You extend that defense and make them pay.
Harvey out of DeMatha, Maryland, got them both. So the free throws, they won't give up. Purdue trying to cut into that lead, and Notre Dame's free throw shooting here at the end is going to be the difference. Here's Klein from a mile out, and he got it. Wow. That's some serious range right there.
Not going away. They're looking for a jump ball. It's going to be a foul. Unbelievable.
Look at this
uncanny. That is just amazing. Well, Steph Curry does it in this building occasionally,
sure.
right?
Exactly. When you shoot from the name of the building on the floor, you know you're deep.
Yeah.
That's where Klein took that last time.
Eifert must have fouled out here. Pretty good job. Great attitude, this kid.
Senior Higher Indiana kid, Fort Wayne. Now TJ Gibbs. Out of Scotch Plains, New Jersey.
A Jersey kid.
11 for him.
Anybody from New Jersey ask you, what exit do you live off of? You know? Well, they've stepped up, though. They only won this.
Klein wants to take another one here. Backpedals over Goodwin. And the foul by Wheeler. Double team down in the corner, and the foul will be on Wheeler, I think.
Should have got rid of it, though. Over the top. Goodwin was at half court. Just good pursuit. One of the promising kids, too, I think. Wheeler. A lot of things he can do. His dad was a pretty good player in Manhattan.
There's the numbers, which is better than the seasonal average. It was kind of, you know, I hate to say it was almost an average day for him, 27.
Well, you're so used to him making those shots at the rim.
Right.
You know, that sort of threw his game off a little bit. He made those, he'd be in that 30 area.
DJ Harvey, if he hits his free throw, he's got a career matching 19. Got it. At 19 earlier this year against Illinois, he's got 19 today and gives his team an 8-point lead in the final 10 seconds. Edwards off the mark, and that should do it. Good game, though.
Sure was. Sure was. Irish found a way.
88-80. The final score. Notre Dame goes to 7-3. Purdue falls to 6-5. A lot more basketball coming up from Indianapolis. Don't forget, for Raft and Jamie Erdahl, Brad Nessler saying so long from Indy. Final score 88-80. Coming up next, Inside College Basketball presented by Progressive Insurance. Then we'll be back with Game 2 of the Crossroads Classic between Indiana and Butler. Don't go anywhere.